Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding out that thousands of dollars in free money were waiting for you this entire time. Money made specifically for you, for your business, for your dreams. Here's the twist. Most business owners never claim it. They leave it sitting there because they assume grants are impossible to get. But what if the real secret is that the grants you qualify for are hidden in plain sight, and you just never knew where to look? By the end of this video, you will not only know where they are, but exactly how to get them. And one of the grants we will talk about today is so accessible that many first-time business owners get approved without any experience. But I will save that one for later. Before we jump in, here is the problem most minority entrepreneurs face. They have ideas, they have talent, they have the hustle. But banks say no, investors say no, and their own savings are not enough. So the question becomes, where do you get the capital to actually start and grow? That is where minority business grants come in. They are not loans. You do not pay them back. They are tools designed to help you win. And today, I am giving you the blueprint. Number 1, the SBA Community Navigator Grant Program. Picture this. You are a new entrepreneur, you have an idea, but you have no network, no mentor, and no guidance. The SBA Community Navigator Program was created to help people exactly like you. It connects minority business owners to small business experts, free coaching, funding preparation, and sometimes even direct grant money. Here is the catch. You do not apply to the SBA directly for this one. You apply through organizations that receive the funding. Think of local nonprofits, chambers of commerce, women business centers, and community development groups. For example, Maria from Texas wanted to open a cleaning business. She did not know how to write a business plan. She did not know how to apply for grants. She joined a Navigator Center near her, got free one-on-one mentoring, and walked out with a completed business plan and 3 grant applications submitted. She later received a $5,000 local grant that helped her buy equipment. This grant program is powerful because you get both money and mentorship. The mentorship alone is worth more than the grant. Number 2, the Minority Business Development Agency Grant Program. This is one of the most powerful funding opportunities minority entrepreneurs can access. The MBDA releases grants throughout the year, and these grants support businesses in almost any industry. The MBDA funds business centers across the USA that help minority businesses grow. But here is the key. The MBDA also offers competitive grant programs that give money directly to organizations helping minority business owners, and these organizations then give support and sometimes funding to you.
One example. A small trucking company owned by a Black entrepreneur used an MBDA business center to secure financing after being denied by multiple banks. The MBDA connected him to lenders, helped him improve his paperwork, and helped him secure funding to buy his second truck. That expansion doubled his monthly income. The MBDA is not just a grant, it is a long-term partner, and many beginners do not know they can walk into one of these centers and get help at no cost. Number 3, the NASE Growth Grant. The National Association for the Self-Employed offers grants up to $4,000. These grants help business owners buy equipment, market their business, hire employees, and more. Here is what makes the NASE unique. They judge your application on 3 things: your business plan, your financial need, and your vision for using the grant. You do not need a huge business. You do not need big revenue. Many winners are beginners. For example, a woman running a home bakery in Georgia used her NASE grant to buy a commercial mixer and upgrade her kitchen. That investment increased her baking capacity from 10 orders a week to 30 orders a week. She tripled her income within months. This grant is beginner-friendly, especially if you have a simple plan but need funds to start small. Number 4, the FedEx Small Business Grant. Every year, FedEx gives out grants to small businesses across the country. They often award multiple winners, including significant cash prizes and free business services. Here's why minority entrepreneurs love this grant. It combines funding with exposure. Hundreds of thousands of people will see your business during the competition, and that alone can bring customers. A great example is a Latina-owned stationery business that won this grant. She used the money to scale her packaging, upgrade her printing equipment, and improve her marketing. The exposure from the competition led to thousands of new followers and a jump in sales. The FedEx grant is competitive, but if you have a story, a mission, or a unique product, you are already ahead of many applicants. Number 5, the Amber Grant Program. This one is specifically for women entrepreneurs, including minority women. Every month, one woman receives a $10,000 grant. At the end of the year, one of those winners receives an additional $25,000. What makes this grant special is that the application is simple. No long forms, no complicated business plan. You answer a few easy questions, explain your business idea, and share what the grant will help you accomplish. For example, a Black-owned hair care brand received an Amber Grant. She used it to launch her first full product line. The grant helped her pay for packaging, raw materials, and marketing. Within 6 months, she was stocked in local beauty stores. If you are a minority woman with a strong idea but low startup funds, this is one of the easiest grants to enter.
Number 6, the Operation Hope Small Business Development Program. Operation Hope is one of the most underrated programs in America. They help minority entrepreneurs start businesses, improve credit, build business plans, and get prepared for grants. While Operation Hope itself does not give large grants, they help you become grant ready. Think of them as a free coaching program that sets you up to win money from other sources. An example, a man from Chicago wanted to start a mobile barbering business. He had no credit and no savings. Operation Hope helped him repair his credit, taught him how to register his business, and helped him apply for a grant from a local community foundation. He won $5,000 and bought his equipment. Many people overlook this because they want cash only, but getting prepared is how you win big. Number 7, corporate minority grants you can apply for. Many major companies provide minority-focused grants. These are not government grants, and they are usually easier to apply for. Here are some of the most popular examples. Walmart Local Community Grants. They offer grants from $250 to $5,000 for local businesses and organizations that benefit communities. Comcast Rise Grants. This grant has supported thousands of minority-owned businesses with funding, advertising, media support, and more. Verizon Small Business Digital Grants. They offer digital marketing resources, technology credits, and sometimes cash grants to help small minority-owned businesses grow. The best part about corporate grants is that many of them do not require business revenue or years of experience. A beginner can win as long as you tell a good story. A great example is a small tutoring business that won a Verizon Digital Grant. She used it to improve her website, run ads, and buy a better laptop. Her student bookings increased in a few weeks. Do not underestimate these grants. Corporations love supporting minority-owned businesses. Number 8, local minority business grants in your city. Here is something most people never discover. The grants you are most likely to win are often local grants. These come from counties, cities, nonprofits, and community development programs. They want to help local entrepreneurs grow because strong businesses mean strong communities. For example, cities like Atlanta, Detroit, Miami, Phoenix, and Dallas frequently offer small business grants for minority owners. These grants often range from $2,000 to $50,000 depending on the program. One example, a Black-owned landscaping business in Detroit received a grant to purchase a new truck and tools. That allowed him to expand from 2 clients a week to 10 clients a week within months. Local grants are often less competitive because fewer people apply. If you apply to 10 national grants, also apply to 10 local ones. Your chances increase dramatically.
Number 9, grants you can get even with no business yet. This is the part you have been waiting for. Many people ask, do I need an actual business to get a minority business grant? Here is the surprising answer. Not always. There are grants that accept people who have not launched yet but have a solid idea. For example, The Dream Big Grant and certain local innovation grants allow you to apply with nothing more than an idea, a mission, and a clear plan. One example. A young entrepreneur from North Carolina won a grant before he even registered his business. He had a detailed idea for a mobile smoothie truck focused on healthier communities. The judges loved the plan. He won $7,000, then used that money to register his business, buy equipment, and launch. So yes, beginners with no business yet can still win. Number 10. How to increase your chances of winning any grant. Knowing about grants is great. Winning them is better. Here is the formula most winners use. Tell a strong story. People do not fund ideas. They fund people. Explain your mission with emotion and clarity. Be clear about how you will use the money. Do not say you need it to grow. Say something specific like to buy equipment, to pay for packaging, or to launch a marketing campaign. Show community impact. Minority business grants love helping people who help others. Even a small impact counts. Apply again and again. Most winners did not win on their first try. They kept applying until something hit. A great example is a small graphic designer who applied for 7 grants and did not win any. On her 8th try, she finally won a $6,000 grant that covered her laptop and software costs. Persistence beats luck. Number 11. The Patagonia Corporate Grant Program. Patagonia is known for supporting businesses that protect the environment. What most minority entrepreneurs do not know is that small eco-friendly businesses can qualify for their grant programs. These grants often support projects that help communities, reduce waste, or create sustainable products. For example, a small minority-owned startup in Colorado created reusable shopping bags from recycled materials. Patagonia awarded them a grant that covered their early production costs. That small boost helped them go from selling 50 bags a month to selling more than 600 bags a month through local stores. So if your business has any environmental impact, even something small like reducing plastic use or promoting healthier communities, you can be a strong candidate. Number 12. The Visa Global She's Next Grant Program. Visa regularly offers grants for women entrepreneurs across the world, and they often include dedicated categories for minority women in the USA. This program provides funding, mentorship, business training, and networking opportunities with successful founders.
A Latina-owned beauty company in California won a She's Next grant after presenting her new organic skin cream line. The grant helped her rebuild her website, increase her packaging quality, and reach new customers through online ads. Her monthly orders doubled within 90 days. This program values clear storytelling, community impact, and strong purpose-driven businesses. Number 13. The Axion Opportunity Fund. The Axion Opportunity Fund is one of the largest nonprofit lenders and grant supporters for underserved entrepreneurs. Many minority founders use this fund as a stepping stone to bigger grants. Here is the best part. Axion provides coaching, micro grants, and affordable funding to business owners who do not qualify for traditional lending. They help you organize your business, structure your financials, and prepare strong grant applications later. For example, a Black-owned food truck in Florida partnered with Axion to clean up their financial paperwork. Once corrected, they qualified for a community grant worth $8,000. They added a second food trailer and expanded their business to local events. This program is perfect for beginners who need guidance before applying for bigger grants. Number 14. The Local Chamber of Commerce Minority Grants. Local chambers of commerce often run grant competitions for minority-owned businesses. Many of these competitions are not advertised widely, which means fewer applicants and higher chances of winning. For instance, a young entrepreneur in North Carolina who made handmade candles entered her chamber's minority business grant competition. She won $3,000, which she used to order better materials and improve her branding.
Her candles later sold out at a local market because she had the funds to scale. Chambers also provide mentoring, networking, and access to local investors. If you are not part of your chamber yet, it is one of the easiest opportunities to tap into. Number 15, Community Foundation Microgrants. Every city has one or more community foundations. They often provide microgrants between $500 and $10,000 to minority-owned businesses. These grants are easier to win because they usually focus on a specific neighborhood or community. For example, a Somali-American entrepreneur in Minnesota wanted to start a sewing service. She applied for a local community foundation grant and received $2,000 to buy her first sewing machine and fabrics. Within months, she was creating custom clothing for her community and saving money to expand. Community foundations exist everywhere. The smaller the area they serve, the better your chances. Number 16, Rural Minority Business Grants. If you live outside a major city, you have access to grants most people will never even hear about. Many federal and state programs reserve funding specifically for rural entrepreneurs, especially minorities.
One example is the Rural Business Development Grant. This grant helps small businesses in rural communities buy equipment, train staff, or improve operations. A minority-owned farm in Kentucky received money to buy new tools and expand their produce section. This allowed them to sell at local markets and increase revenue. Rural grants are some of the most underused opportunities because people rarely apply. If you live in a small town, this is one of the biggest advantages you have. Number 17, Alumni and University-Based Minority Grants. If you attended a college or university, even for a short time, there's a chance your school offers grants for alumni-owned businesses. Many schools have entrepreneurial centers that run pitch competitions or microgrants. For example, a Black-owned tech startup founded by a former engineering student received a university innovation grant after pitching an app concept. The grant allowed her to hire a freelance developer and build her prototype. 3 months later, she won a larger grant from a tech accelerator. Even community colleges and trade schools offer these opportunities. Number 18, the Etsy Small Business Fund. If you sell handmade products, artwork, crafts, jewelry, or digital downloads, Etsy's Small Business Fund can be a perfect fit. They partner with organizations to give minority entrepreneurs funding to grow their online stores. One beginner who made Afrocentric jewelry won an Etsy grant and used the money to take professional photos of her products. That alone increased her sales and helped her appear in Etsy search results more often. If you run any product-based business, Etsy grants can help you level up your branding and visibility. Number 19, Small Business Incubator Grants. Business incubators are programs that give startups grants, office space, workshops, and direct mentorship. Many incubators focus specifically on minority-owned businesses. For example, an incubator in Atlanta awarded free working space and a $5,000 startup grant to a Black-owned mobile car detailing service. The founder used the money to buy professional equipment and launch a subscription plan for clients. Incubators are powerful because they offer long-term support, networking, and funding opportunities. Number 20, Minority Health and Wellness Business Grants. If your business focuses on gyms, skincare, nutrition, supplements, mental health apps, healthy food trucks, or wellness coaching, you might qualify for health-focused minority grants. For instance, a small smoothie shop owned by a Hispanic entrepreneur in Arizona won a local health initiative grant because her business helped promote healthy eating in low-income neighborhoods. The grant paid for a new fridge, fresh ingredients, and a portable cart that she used to sell smoothies in community events. Health grants often go to businesses that help improve lives even in small ways.
Number 21, Creators and Artist Minority Grants. Minority filmmakers, musicians, designers, writers, and artists can qualify for creative grants that business owners often overlook. Many creative grants support entrepreneurship because artists are business owners too. For example, a minority filmmaker received a $5,000 creative grant to fund her short film. She later monetized her film at festivals and used the momentum to start a small production company. If you create anything artistic, there are grants designed specifically for your work. Number 22, Veterans Minority Business Grants. If you're a minority military veteran, your grant opportunities double.
There are programs offered by the government, nonprofits, and corporations that support minority veteran entrepreneurs. A veteran in Texas started a drone-based inspection business after receiving a veteran entrepreneurship grant. With the equipment purchased through the grant, he began servicing real estate agents, roofers, and insurance companies. This category is powerful because it combines two priority groups, veterans and minority owners. Here's the real truth. Minority business grants are not rare. They are not impossible. They are not only for big companies. They are for you. But the people who win are the people who apply. So here's the question. Which of these grants are you planning to go after first, and what would you use the money for?